Enter Abraham's tent, where it all began, where the promises of God were spoken by angels, and where the troubles of man found divine answers. Listen now as experts on Judaism, Christianity, and Islam discuss the intersections of religion, politics, and power. No secrets, no agendas, no retreat. With our political correctness surgically removed, join us now in Abraham's tent.
Welcome to the show. This is Mark Christian. Today we're going to discuss a topic that is very, very important to know about. The topic of today, or this show, is Aleppo. What's going on in Aleppo is something that is not far away from you, because it is going to touch every one of us over here in the West and in America very closely. To understand what's really going on in Aleppo, we have to understand that the fight in Syria has been going on for more than 4 years. And throughout those 4 years, thousands and thousands of people died. And if you look at the atrocities that's going on the ground, it is very hard to watch, and even it is inhumane in every possible meaning of that word. If I look at the videos of people, the death and the carnage and all the kind of stuff going on the ground, it's just unbelievable. But we have to understand that the fight going on over there, it is very easy to blame. It is very easy to point fingers. And I can sit down right now and say, the president of Syria is at fault, and the president of Russia is at fault, and I also talk about President Obama and Hillary Clinton at fault. And yes, all of them at fault, all of them at fault. But if you go back to the bottom of it, I always go back to the origins of things. And really who initiated the civil war and the death in Syria is nobody other than President Obama and Hillary Clinton. So I have to blame them the most of what's going on over there, and the lack of action and the working under the table and stuff like that. And if you want to know more about that, you need to go to our website. You need to go and educate yourself about real roots of the fight in Syria. But if we go about what is going on right now, because things did not go the way that President Obama was planning it to go, which is getting Hillary Clinton to get elected and keep moving forward with his agenda, everything right now have changed. And what he's trying to do on the ground, and you have to understand that very well, that President Obama is not trying to solve the problem, but actually try to create more chaos over there. And on the other side, Russia is trying their best to make the situation over there stable as quickly as possible. Aleppo is the second largest city in Syria, and it has been in the hands of the rebels or the opposition or the terrorists, whatever they want to call them, for quite some time. Now, Russia and the regime of Syria is trying their best to take over the city again and to relatively stabilize the situation in Syria as possible as can be before President-elect Trump comes into office, because he doesn't want President Trump to be pushing for the same thing, which is the removal of Assad. President Obama, on the other side, wants to do whatever it takes so he can make it more chaotic, so Donald Trump has no chance and no option other than to push for the removal of Assad as well when he comes to office. So both of them are fighting over that. Other thing you need to look at is what's happening in Aleppo really is way more unhumane that I've ever seen even in history. And I'm not taking that term easy, because there is lots of unhumane things took place throughout history. But if you look at the death of kids and the trapping of women and so forth on the ground, and it is just unbelievable. But here is what's going on. There is thousands and thousands of terrorists on the ground in Aleppo. And all of those are very well-seasoned fighters, and President Obama is pushing for the evacuation of those terrorists outside of Aleppo. And the biggest problem is, and the question that comes from that is, where are those terrorists going to go? Are they going to become refugees later on or not? The other thing that you need to pay attention to, when those terrorists are trying to leave Aleppo, they are trying to hide among women and children and so forth. And when the President Putin sees that they are coming out like that, he hits and kills all of them together with the human shield that they have, which means that this is atrocity. This is human death that humanity in this time that we live in have never seen before. So pay attention what's going on, look behind the news and really see what's going on, and let us all try to pray and try to fix the problem in any shape and form that we can.